Hello, this is Dustin with Home Mender, and today we are going to be replacing this hideous gate. This gate's way late to wait for a wake date. In other words, it's dead. It looks like, well, I don't know what it looks like, it's just horrible. It's got to be changed. I'm going to show you how. Let's get to it. Now the first thing we want to do is determine swing in or swing out. This one has an entry door to the house right there. So this one really has no choice but to swing in. If your gate swings out, you'll need to do it a little different. Because this one swings in, it's not cut quite to the post, obviously, so it doesn't hit the post when you shut it. If your gate swings out, you're going to want to put a slam strip there so it can stop when the gate is shut. Let's remove the gate. That was easy. Now let's measure. Now we want our gate to fit inside the hole post to post. This one's at 50 and a half. We're going to check the bottom too. 50 and a half. We're going to cut our gate and frame it at 49 and a half. That gives it a ½ inch on both sides. Let's start by measuring out our 49 and a half. 49 and a half splits one of my pickets. So we're going to pull that one off, and then we're going to want that side to be at our hinge side. You definitely want the gate to open at the strike side with a full picket. Go ahead and mark our 49 and a half. Square it. We can go ahead and bang that picket off of there. We're going to put that aside because we're going to use it later. Cut your panel. Now that we've got our gate panel to work with, it's the right size, we're going to go ahead and frame the gate. If you don't frame a gate, it is going to eventually sag. You can't just put hinges on a panel. You actually have to build a gate. Otherwise, it's going to sag and droop. And as my daughter says, "Dad, why is that gate so sad?" Let's go ahead and 45 the ends of the top and bottom stringers and 45 them towards the center of the gate. You can see my lines here. They both go in towards the center of the gate. This way we can build a frame for it and picture frame it in. Now you want to measure from the top of your top stringer to the bottom of your bottom stringer. Just under 57 for me. We're going to cut ours at 56 and 7/8. Let's 45 the end. 56 and 7/8. Now 45 that one the opposite way. On our second 2x4, we're going to stencil this first cut. That way we ensure they're identical. Now let's put it together. Since these are the sides of our gate frame, we're going to need to cut back the center stringer the width of the 2x4, which is 3.5. Let's measure the 3.5 and make a mark. Strike it with your square. Now let's do the other side. Now the sides should fit right into our cuts. Now using some deck screws, we can toenail our sideboard into our stringer. You can also throw one into the middle stringer. Slip your needing to rip picket under the gate. Make sure your height is right and mark your picket. Complete your line with the straight edge. Now our screws would poke through, so we're going to nail it off. Next, let's measure the height of our fences that we're tying into. Make sure our gate can be the same height. You're probably going to want to leave about 1.5 inches cut off the bottom so it can swing freely. Now my fences I'm tying into are 6-foot fences, 72 inches. But we want it to swing about 1.5 inches cut off the bottom, so we're going to cut it at 70.5. Mark your line and cut. Now that our gate is framed, we're going to throw in a cross brace, just for added support. This is the difference between your gate sagging and your gate not. Throw your 2x4 up there and make your marks. We're going to set it inside the stringer and we're going to notch out the center stringer. Now toenail it into the stringers. Beautiful. Now this gate's ready to hang. I got a scrap fence picket here, set it on the concrete so we can set our gate on it so it'll stay stable while we secure the hinges. Lift the gate into position. Let's go ahead and screw off our post side of the hinge. We'll go ahead and do the bottom. Now my hinge post is pretty level, so I could probably hang my hinges at the same spot on the edge of the 4x4. However, if yours is crooked, you may need to adjust it, moving them in or out. Now once our hinges are on the post, we're ready to secure them to the gate. Mine's leaning just a little bit, so I'm going to hold my gate towards the post when I screw it. There we are. My line here is good to go. It looks like my bottom hinge is in the right spot. I'm going to go ahead and screw that one off. After your hinges are secure, let's remove our prop board. Give it a test. Looking good. All right, so our gate is swinging awesome. Now when you shut your gate, if the top meets the slam strip before the bottom, you may need to push the hinge in or out to get it to work. Every gate's gonna be different, so you may need to play with it a little. Now this particular homeowner wanted a slide latch. Looks something like this. Put it on from the inside, and that way he needs to go through his back door to get into his fence. He doesn't want people being able to go through from the front. We're gonna position his slide latch around this area. Now we're gonna drill a hole in the side of the post so we have some place to slide the latch. Shut the gate to where you want it. Give it a test lap. Looking good? Now you can throw a padlock on there and keep away those pesky neighborhood kids. I think I'm gonna whack off that little top part because I don't like it. So for Home Mender Inc., this is Dustin. I hope you learned something today, and if you did, don't forget to click subscribe. Thanks for watching.